Alrighty guys, I am back and today we're just doing a little bit of cosmetic stuff. So behind me it's my daily driver. It's a 2017 Ranger, and as you can see it's a little bit worn on the front. So today I'm pretty much just going to be taking off the grille and the bumper, giving it a good spray. A little bit of backstory as to why it looks like this. So back in 2020 we moved to Wodonga. On our way down we hit a big kangaroo, completely smashed up the front bar. Couldn't find one the same color that was under 600 bucks. So yeah, just got a blue one, $100 off Marketplace. Painted it with just some stuff that we got from where was it? I think it was Autobahn. And yeah, it's lasted like 4 years now, or 3 years now, so it's done pretty well. However, it's starting to show the blue again. So yeah, come along and watch me fix this up. So I thought I would just let you guys enjoy that little bit of ASMR. So this is just a little bit of a bonus episode to prove that you can do little repairs like this at home. So all I'm doing is washing off all the dirt and whatnot that's already on it. I'm just drying it off, and I'm now going to let you guys know exactly what I got for this little project. Alrighty, so what I grabbed today to paint this was some 2-pack paint from Colourfast Auto. They also have the 2-pack clear, so that I'm going to be doing obviously the bar with these two. I also have a black 2-pack which has the clear 2-pack already in it, so I'll be doing the grill with that. I'm just going to be sanding with some 320 grit. And then I'm going to go through and hand sand it all the way up to 1000, just to make sure that it's nice and smooth. Obviously wax and grease remover and a bottle to be able to just spray it on, so much easier. Alrighty, so straight in with the 320 grit. I didn't want to sand it back too much with starting with like a 120 or even an 80. So I just did the 320 just so I could smooth out where the blue is. I did go over a fair bit just to really smooth it out, and I did use the air compressor to try and use the high pressure air to like get any sort of flaky bits of paint off before I did start to sand it. So I did do the whole bar, and then I also did do a little bit just where the guards sort of meet the bar, only because there's a couple of stone chips there, and if I were to sort of blend it out and paint over it, you would have been able to see that there was stone chips and that I just painted over it. So I thought if I'm going to do it, I may as well do it properly. So as for the blue parts, I really did just smooth it out as best as I could. It was pretty easy to do, to be honest. I thought it would be a little bit hard to blend it out, but yeah, just with the 320 it wasn't too harsh and it did the job really quickly, and I was super stoked with it. So back to the air compressor, and I'm just trying to get rid of all the dust, and then noticed that because I'd sanded some of it down, the rest of it was like flaking off. So I did all that, and then I just thought if I hand sanded the parts that I couldn't get the orbital into, it might just make it a little bit easier for me. So here I am just hand sanding it, and I was using 320 just with the pads, but I just folded it and was hand sanding it. And then yeah, just smoothing it again with this. Now when it comes to going any higher than the 320, I did have to hand sand the whole bar, which it was pretty easy. It didn't take very long at all. But yeah, I was having trouble with my camera, so it kept cutting out, or the gimbal would die, so then the camera would just pretty much drop to the ground, which was super handy. Anyway, so yeah, just doing those guards really softly and only a little bit with the orbital. I did go over it just hand sanding it with the lighter grit. I know I always say this, but I don't know why. I'm always outside when it's either raining or about to rain, and it's humid as, and it's just disgusting. So please don't come at me for using the compressor to just, you know, air myself down. It was much needed. Okay. Anyway, onto the grill now. Again with the 320, just lightly going over it. You can see that I did sand a little bit of it right back just to smooth it out, because there was a fair bit of like differences from stone chips and just everything. I don't actually really know what had happened to it, but anyway, I fixed it, got it right down, because it was originally the chrome, as you can see, and it's just been painted over by the previous owner. The grill actually took me a fair while to do, surprisingly, and I think it's from all the different angles of the grill itself. So just cleaning it all out. I do use the hose as well, but as you can see, all of a sudden the camera's just zoomed in. I was just having issues with it. So again, just washing off all the dust and whatnot, and this is extremely satisfying. I swear, whenever you get the hose out, you've always just got to, you know, clean up. It just makes it so much nicer. Super satisfying. Anyway. Taylor's working at the car wash. I don't even know the words at all. I am so glad that I have a compressor to be able to do this, because when I did the shorty, we didn't have one. So I would have to just wait for it to dry or use the blower, which didn't really do a good job at all. So I'm pretty excited that we finally have one. It's actually come in handy a lot. And just to make sure that you get all those little crevices and whatnot that hold the water, because there's nothing worse than going to paint or even just washing your car and then all of a sudden you've got all these little like drip marks from the water because it's just pooled in areas that you can't get to with a chamois. It's really grinds my gears, you know. So this is why I got the bottle. Instead of always tipping the wax and grease remover onto a microfiber or a rag or whatever, honestly, game changer. Just putting it in a little bottle like this and spraying it where you need, so you're not saturating the towel or whatever. It's just so easy. Look at that, straight onto it. I am using the other rag there so that I don't put grease from my hand if I have grease or oils to affect the paint at all. So yeah, how easy, honestly, absolute game changer. Oh, rookie error. Thank God that I had other microfibers there, otherwise I would have been in big trouble. So now with the painting, so I didn't explain before, base colors, like nothing with metallic, you can get the 2-pack cans, like so the rattle cans that adjust the color with the 2-pack. Anything with a metallic or like a pearl in it, you have to buy the base color, which is not actually a 2-pack like paint. You have to then get the 2-pack clear to put on top. So I should have explained that earlier, but I didn't actually know that until I spoke to the guys at Colorfast when I said, oh, this is, you know, what I'm after. And this is what my camera was doing. So it just randomly zoomed in and like tilted, and yeah. And I did actually film putting the wrap over the lights, but it did not film. So yeah, back to the grill. I did, I think, like 3 or 4 different coats on it just to make sure that it was nice and even. So what I was just doing before, when I sort of like knelt down, there's a little red thing that you put at the bottom of the 2-pack cans, and you pretty much push it and it releases the 2-pack into the color. So again, should have explained that before going further, but you now know before you do it. I've also just realized that I did prime this, and I also got the primer from Colorfast Auto, but obviously it did not record at all. So I did prime this prior to painting. So last coat on the grill here, I did do 5 coats just to make sure everything was covered. And I think I did 3 on the front bar. And this is the finished product. So this is what it looks like probably 4 hours after I did it, because I kept checking to make sure that clear coat wasn't cloudy anymore. And it actually came up mint. I am stoked with how it came up. I did leave it probably another 2 hours after that just to, really have a chance to dry. That's why I was using the microfiber there, just to push where the number plate would go so it wouldn't get any finger marks or indents. And then, just stick the grill back on, and it is that easy. You don't have to go in and pay thousands of dollars just to fix your front bar or small panels when you can get rattle cans that is 2-pack. It absolutely blows my mind. I didn't even know they existed until one of my friends, thank you Tia, showed me. And honestly, I just was like, there is no way that you painted a whole car with rattle cans that is 2-pack. Unbelievable. So these bolts are a little bit of a pain to get in because I actually don't have the right ratchet extension for it. So I had to sort of just jib one up to be able to make it work. But I'm very proud. There is no zip ties holding this grill on. The Ranger does not identify as a patrol. So happy with that. And I'm absolutely stoked with the bar. It honestly come up so clean. One thing I forgot to mention was the price of the cans. So if you have to buy the base color, which is a metallic, and then a clear coat, obviously you have to pay almost double because you're buying 2 cans. Whereas if you just buy like a simple color that doesn't have metallic in it, they, off the top of my head, I think were like $35 or something very close to that. But honestly, how clean does that look? Well, that brings us to the end of this episode. If you have any questions about the process of this, pop them in the comments below. This will be our last episode before our giveaway on the 7th of February. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, follow our Instagram, tag some of your friends for the chance to win a set of 3 rock lights.